No lions, no tigers, but bears, oh my, this place has got best at lot. Midway between both Bradford and Leeds, dead rate that it can't be knocked. But they wait for no loin and owls there, and they wait for no Bradford boars. The bear's big and yellow with an eye patch. We know it as Pudsey, the nose. We're back at Yorkshire Podcast with 3 Yorkshire Tears. I'm Tom Yorkshire, and I'm here with Pat Testing and Jet Lady. How's there been, lads? All right?
Aye, bang on. Aye.
What's there been on with? Out exciting?
Yeah, usual. Ducking and diving.
In and about. Yeah, no major.
Yeah.
Fair play indeed. Well, Pudsey, lovely little place, isn't it?
It is.
You came along with me this time.
I did.
You came along. We had a good old day out there.
I did.
It's a market town between Bradford and Leeds, and to be fair, it must be good with folk who work in them places. Surely they're living somewhere like Pudsey rather than living in centre. Save a few, Bob.
Yeah. I think so.
Am I thinking too much into it? But that sounds about right.
Maybe that's right.
I did a look at history like I usually do. I have a look at history.
Tell us then.
So, it's one of them places that's got an old name, and, you know, Pudsey, where's it come from? And it don't come from Bear, it's the other way around. Bear comes from there. Yeah. But it's it's island. It's not a real island, right? But it was called an island because it was a bit, and that might be because it's from between Bradford and Leeds. It's like this island thing. But it's either Puddocks or Pudding.
Pudding.
Ah.
Right.
Puddocks Island or Pudding Island, Pudsey, and that's where it's the same thing. See, thought that was interesting. It's a big cricketing place.
Yeah.
So 2 England cricket captains were from Pudsey, and that's Sir Len Hutton and Raymond Illingworth.
Right.
Yeah. And Pudsey Park is 8 acres. It's a big one.
Aye.
It's a big one. Famous folk from Pudsey. Does that know any?
Pudsey Bear.
Pudsey Bear. That's
it. Yeah. I'll be honest, there weren't many when I was looking around for them and all. But that bloke who's he won Big Brother, Jack, celebrity one, Jack P. Shepherd, actor.
Aye, yeah.
He did. He's from Pudsey.
Is he?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't have thought that, would I? But he was. So there that goes. We had a lovely day in Pudsey, didn't we?
We did. It were. How did you find that food that they had off at market? That looked bang on, that.
It was a beautiful little thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a right big market, and there weren't many folk there, but they had 1 or 2 things I could just buy under trays and that.
Yeah.
Just
like what your curries and your samosas and that, but
spicy.
Bang on, just a
right.
quid for this giant samosa.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely bit of a day out.
Might take a detour.
Yeah, I would.
Way home.
We had a good, some interesting folk there as well. And we went on bank holiday, didn't we? So
we did.
It was a bit of a different experience to what it usually would have been.
Yeah.
But it was a bank holiday Monday, I want to say.
No, it wasn't. We went Saturday. We went because footy were on.
It was bank holiday weekend.
Weekend,
My apologies, yeah. Bank holiday Saturday. We were, Saturday before bank holiday. Didn't we? Yes. And we saw some great folk out there. So, we'll show the kind of people we were talking to and what they had to say about Pudsey.
Hey up, I'm in Pudsey today. Just gonna have a little gander around, have a little chat to a couple of people, see what crack is, see what's going on around Pudsey. Have an eat, have a daytime. Come on, we'll have a look.
So the new greengrocers, this place is quite good. Been and gone. It's just a friendly place, and it's nice to have a few local businesses open up in the last year or so.
I know, it's all right. There's everything you need, and there's a park and everything.
Moved here about a year ago.
It's a great place to retire if you want to come to die.
It was the vegan food festival that's nearby.
There are some odd places that have started to pop up. You know, we've got that cheesy living thing. We've got Hideout's a nice little bar.
I'm going to suggest Hideout. It's on Legit Lane.
I've been intriguing people with the little Pudsey Bear statue in the park, and the fact that Pudsey Bear was made by a girl from Pudsey. It was a competition.
And Gigi's restaurant, Italian restaurant, best ever.
There's been and gone. A couple of nice butchers. Yeah, to be fair, the 2 charity shops and packed up, and that's about it so far. But you know, we've had cheese emporiums, nice wine shops.
Well, we were going to have a barbecue, but my landlord said we can't have a barbecue, and weather's 50-50, so God knows, I'll be honest with you.
Petty's on Cemetery Road. It's absolutely perfecto.
Beauty parlours
One thing
and-
it's got, Pudsey and Farsley ain't got, is a Weatherspoon, so I suppose that's a
That's
positive.
the bit that brings, yeah.
Leeds, the Mighty Whites, who have gained promotion, are playing last game of season, and it's tied between us and Burnley. And if we win today, we're on the same points. But if we win today, we got a massively better goal difference. We go up as champions.
And of course, they did. So that all worked out for that fella. He looked snazzy, didn't he, in that
did,
Banana
he
Man
did.
outfit?
He
We had
Very
to
snappy.
interview him, didn't we? We have to definitely have a chat
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that
he
fella.
had kecks that matched, didn't he? All
Ah.
bright yellow all the way down.
It's a brave man who wears that, isn't he?
Yeah, it was.
Brave man. So, you had a good day overall.
I really enjoyed Pudsey. I think it was bang on.
What did you take away from it, from them people that spoke to out?
Well, they were all nice and welcoming. Them that spoke to us anyhow. Didn't know they did vegan festivals in Pudsey. That's something new.
All knowing it.
But yeah, overall, pretty good place.
I thought it was interesting that he mentioned vegan festival, and lass who spoke after him were on about all nice butchers in town.
Yeah.
I thought that were an interesting mix. And it went from, during that conversation, it went from it's good to it's all right to it's a great place to die. That's what one of the folks said there. It's a bit, so people have varied opinions on it. People have varied opinions on it, but there's a lot to it in there. Pudsey Bear is big news, isn't it? Obviously named after Pudsey. I don't know if folk know that, because they all know Pudsey Bear.
Yeah, yeah.
Most don't know Pudsey, but I wonder if they know that it's named after. See, we're educational.
I've always thought it was named after town, like.
So it was BBC graphic designer Joanna Lane, whose granddad were Irving Ball, who was mayor of Pudsey at the time. A thing that I found quite interesting, selling point, right, for a lot of people, was the fact that it has a Weatherspoons.
Yep.
I thought that was quite interesting. Everybody said Weatherspoons all right, and Farsley's not got one. That what big thing they wanted to tell you, you know.
Right, yeah.
I
I remember having a nice fish and chips on it there.
Did that?
Yeah.
They've got a whaler. They've got a Weatherby
They
whaler.
have.
Have
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
All right. Don't remember much else. I know I've been there. I
And
don't remember
Petty's.
much else about it.
We found that cheese place you were on about, didn't we?
Cheese Emporium. And that last mentioned we've got a cheese emporium, and I thought that's an interesting thing. And it was called Cheesy Living.
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Which I thought were an interesting name as well.
Yeah. Don't know what I mean, I assume it just sells cheese. Is that what Cheese Emporium is?
Cheese-based products, I suppose. Yeah.
What can you have as a cheese-based product other than cheese?
Wensleydale.
It's cheese, isn't it?
Yeah. Dairy Lee.
Cheese. But they can't have like cheese-based products like shampoo. You know what I mean?
No, go on, tell me more.
Well, they're saying that it's cheese-based products.
Ah.
What product can you put cheese in other than just normal food, like normal cheese?
Suppose, well, we didn't go in, did we? We ought to have gone in.
No, we should have gone in, yeah.
Cheese Emporium, get in touch, please, and tell us what that does. We're intrigued.
Yeah.
We're intrigued. We want to know more. Is it cheese knives, cheese boards? They might do grapes.
Cheese and
celery.
crackers.
Crackers.
Yeah, definitely crackers. I did a shout out because obviously Pudsey Bear is a lovely mascot.
Yep.
It's a great mascot, and it's like a mascot for town, really, as well as children in need. So I asked about on his social media channels to see if anybody could come up with similar animal-based mascots for other places in Yorkshire. Have a think while I'm doing it and to see if you can come up with. Jim said Mithenroy Mollusk, which I didn't think were a bad one. Martin said Airedale Snail. That was quite good. Lee mentioned Kippock's Kippers, who used to be a synchronised swimming team from Kippock's.
Right.
Believe it or not, they had one.
Do they have a baths in Kippock's?
I'm sure there's at least one bath in Kippock somewhere. And Anne confused me because she said Paddington Bear were from Doncaster, and that just came out at blue. And I'm thinking that don't feel right. Surely the most famous bear in Yorkshire is Pudsey Bear, and I'm thinking Paddington Bear. So anyway, I got on to Sam. I got him up blow, and I says, Anne says Paddington Bear's from Doncaster. Is that right? Nah, he says watch film. So I watched film.
Right.
That film says it's from Peru.
Peru?
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? I watched that far into film anyway, where it says he was from Peru. Might have changed otherwise. And it's named after a place down south. So, I was from Doncaster. Did a bit of research, right? Proper research, reading and that. And it says that first Paddington Bear toys, made up toys that could sell, were made in Doncaster.
Right.
By Jeremy Clarkson's mum and dad. That's news, ain't it? That's proper news.
That's proper news.
That's
Aye,
right.
yeah.
Anyway, so that's what I'd meant, but she did confuse us at first. So there that goes. Have I got any other ideas for animal-based mascots? It's a tough one, isn't it?
It is. I mean, yeah.
I've thrown it on there. We'll leave
I've not known cleanings anyway.
No, I know, that's the
can
problem,
think-
innit?
I know.
Keeping it above board. So anyway, to find out more about Pudsey, I think it's best that we get Pat to do his usual weather spot and tell us, obviously, in that video I saw them glorious Pudsey skies. Let's hear about weather in Pudsey.
Thanks, Tom. As always, in glorious Yorkshire, it'll be fair to middling, with caligulous skies and a full 8 octaves. Pudsey Park will be a dream. Tropical, majestic and pure. Stanley Park will be a nightmare. Expect tornadoes. Just remember, with a rate good thrust up channel, you can expect a full display of cumulonimbus in return. And now to Sports Desk for latest.
It's time for sport in Pudsey. And we all know that there's so much sport going on in that beautiful little market town.
Congratulations to Pudsey AFC, crowned champions of the Leeds Combination Association Football League. As long as Corpus Christi don't win the games in hand. Deadly duo Charlie Parker and Joe Thorpe have 39 goals between them both over 18 games. Rivals Sporting Pudsey finished 7th in Division 2 and their rivals Pudsey Town gained promotion from Division 3.
Congrats to Pudsey Kongs Cricket Club, whose third team are currently second in Division C, while second team play at Premier, at first team play in Division 1. We've heard on grapevine that Andy Ball is going to be player at season.
147 Sports Bar and Pudsey Liberals have spent another season closely chasing the Pudsey Pool Division 1 title.
But it's still all to play for. Leeds Table Tennis Winter League Division 3, where Pudsey F, Pudsey G and H have finished 2nd, 3rd and 4th, respectively. Bobby Crossley had a great season, but they couldn't beat Victoria C. They did top YMCA C and YMCA D. Back to studio. So there that goes. Lots of sport happening in Pudsey, lots going on. Pudsey has a carnival every year, by the way. Every year we are fail, but it's rained off quite often. But when they have it, it's a rate good do.
Right.
We've got as listeners' letters, as usual. If there's got a letter that wants to send us any information, send it to tom@yorkshire.style. Pat, get the glasses on, give us a read.
Oh, best put my glasses on because I'm blind as a bat.
Give us a read of what
Here we go.
going on.
Right then.
It will.
So Tom and lads, is it grim up north? That's from Sarah in Richmond.
What's Richmond?
It's a town in North Yorkshire.
Right.
It's a very, very beautiful town.
Right.
A beautiful
Okay.
town in North Yorkshire.
Somewhere I need to visit then.
Somewhere that definitely needs to
Well,
visit.
she says, is it grim up north? Then she must know. That's me thinking. If she knows, doesn't she?
Well, everybody says it's grim up north, but if you're coming from Richmond, it ain't that grim.
Is that posh end?
Ah, it's posh end.
Is
Maybe
it?
to
Right.
her. Maybe to her it's
Right.
grim up north, because north of her is.
Ah, yeah. Well, yeah.
That's a fair logic, isn't it? I
Yeah.
suppose. North of her is a bit
Yeah.
north of North Yorkshire
He's
is about as grim as you can get, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that's a fair point.
Yeah.
So in some ways, I think answer's yes.
Yeah.
But we're up north, and it's not grim here.
No.
But it does get grimmer.
Grim down south,
Yeah. A lot grimmer down south.
Ooh.
and even more grimmer to west.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't say that.
Why can't?
Can't say that.
Why?
Because it's right grim over there.
It's beyond
Oh,
the grim.
yeah.
Grim would be a kindness.
I don't think sun
Yeah.
goes there, does it?
No,
You
it
don't get
stops.
sun over there. Santa don't go over there either.
Stops at Ebden Bridge.
Yeah.
Does I?
Eddie, has I got a letter?
I have. So it says here, dear lads, have you ever been to 3 Legs in Leeds? And what do you reckon? This is from Lauren in South Emsall.
I think we've been a few times, haven't we, Tom?
We've popped in now and again.
Now and again.
3 legs.
Yeah, 3 legs. That's that break good bar with karaoke machine, isn't it?
They have a karaoke.
There's got to be more to this.
No,
I don't know what this is, but you two seem to have like a little inside joke on this. So
it's not an inside.
No.
It's
we walked in
right
off chance.
Right.
I think we fell out. It were good, as I remember.
It's an interesting place, full of interesting characters. We could vox pop in there all day long. It's you get. Do you know them like airport scanners that they have, handheld airport scanners?
Oh, aye.
You get one of them on way in, just to make sure. Yeah, just
make sure what?
I don't know really, but it gives you a wave over there when they're going in, and then there's some. Yeah, everybody likes to chat in there. They're all very friendly.
Right.
But I had to go because it's named after me. Now we've got one last letter. And it's from Nikki in Gorton. And that's all from Yorkshire Style this week. We'll be back next week to talk about somewhere else. Tune in again.